So in the past 24 hours, there have been lots of different ideas floated around about what the Packers should now do that Davante Adams is no longer on the Packers, of course, being traded to the Las Vegas Raiders last night. And I've sort of given my sort of thoughts on the situation. There's definitely some free agent wide receivers we could pick up. There are, guys you could probably draft in the draft as well. But I wanted to talk about this idea that some of you guys brought up in the live stream last night, and that is a potential of the Packers trading for DK Metcalf. And this hasn't been coming around that this is an official report. It's just an idea I think that we could discuss and sort of think about. So if you take a look at the Packers, if they were to trade for DK Metcalf, they're getting a guy who is in his final year of his rookie deal after being drafted a few seasons back. I'd say he's one of the better wide receivers in the NFL, big, fast, strong. He's played really well there in Seattle with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Now, of course, for Seattle, things are drastically different now that Russell Wilson has been traded to the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos send lots of picks to Seattle. They send Drew Lock to Seattle. And so you'd have to think, if you're DK Metcalf, it sort of stinks to lose a guy of the caliber of Russell Wilson, who has been throwing you the ball, to move on to Drew Lock. I did see that today DK Metcalf said something on Twitter like, stop the Drew Lock slander, which maybe that's happening right now in Seattle, with Russell Wilson no longer there. I also saw a report that the Seahawks could potentially be looking to add a veteran quarterback, maybe someone like Matt Ryan, so things could change there. But I think we take a look at the Seahawks now, where it sort of seems like they're rebuilding at the moment when you trade away potentially probably Hall of Fame quarterback in Russell Wilson for tons of picks. And so maybe if the Packers were to say, hey, Seattle, would you like a first-round pick for DK Metcalf, or would you like, I don't know, Jordan Love and a second-round pick? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. Who knows exactly what his trade value would be worth. But if the Packers were to trade for him, they get a guy who's still very young, 24 years old, very healthy, in his career so far. He's big, he's fast, he's strong. He could really, I think, greatly boost this Packers offense. And now without Davante Adams, there's clearly a big hole with the best wide receiver in the NFL leaving. And if he were to come, the Packers could give him a long-term extension, sometime soon, because he is in his final year. He will be a free agent after this year for the Seahawks. And so if the Packers came in, let's say gave him a 3, 4, 5-year extension, keep him around in Green Bay for the next 3 to 5 seasons, him and Aaron Rodgers could build up that rapport, and he would definitely fill a huge hole, in this Packers offense, and he probably cost a lot of money, but I think he definitely could be worth it. The question is, would the Seahawks be willing to accept this trade? And I'm not too sure if they would. Maybe they would if the price was right. Maybe they potentially would. It depends on sort of what their, obviously, ideas of their future. Maybe if they bring a veteran quarterback in like a Matt Ryan, they want to keep, DK Metcalf around. Even for Drew Lock, though, you don't want to take away one of your best weapons. But if you're getting more draft picks in return and you're not trying to really win right now, and you're sort of building for the future, maybe if the Packers gave a nice enough offer, they could get DK Metcalf back, a young, solid wide receiver, which I do think could be a smart option for the Packers, and then use some other draft picks on wide receiver. And then I think the Packers will be pretty set at wide receiver, maybe even out of free agent as well. So who knows if something like this would happen, if the Packers would be willing to trade for a wide receiver. I also saw Robert Woods could potentially be a trade option as well. So who knows? There's so many potential possibilities now for the Packers, and they definitely need to make some kind of move. And I expect them to, whether in free agency. I'm not as sure about a trade, even though I like the idea for a guy like DK Metcalf. As a Packers fan, I would love to see DK Metcalf in a Packers jersey. I'm guessing a lot of you guys would feel the same. But let me know your thoughts about this idea. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it's worth trading, some of our picks for a guy like DK Metcalf? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's pretty much all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.